Let me show you my breakdown for this Father's Day. Mostly sunny skies, no problems whatsoever. Remember how yesterday we were dodging a few showers? I don't think that's going to be the case today. Tomorrow, a big change in the weather department. It turns hot and muggy, but just for one day. It doesn't stick around for a while. The storm risk tomorrow, by the way, looks to be increasing. The forecast trending towards severe storms in the afternoon. We'll get you the latest timeline on that in just a second. First, look at the temperatures. Many of us in the 50s and 60s this morning. Fairly comfortable, especially when you consider the dew points are cooperating as well. 50s, that is not super humid, but just a touch of humidity to the air. But look at what happens to the numbers as we go throughout the afternoon. More 60s starting to appear. That's when the air does start to feel just a little bit sticky. But then tomorrow, oh man, does it turn humid. Oppressive humidity with dew points in the 70s. That's the kind where, you step outside and you instantly start sweating. So enjoy the comfortable weather while it's here today. Storm tracker looking just fine. We have an area of high pressure wedging in from the north today. What that means for you is a very quiet day around here, but it doesn't last because this messy system in the upper Midwest is coming our way. And as it runs into that very humid air mass, it will spark off some storms tomorrow. So for the rest of today, again, no problems. Partly to mostly sunny skies. Temperatures getting into the 80s once again for the Champlain Valley. Overall, it'll feel a lot like yesterday, just with a little bit more sunshine. So I think it's a great day to be on Lake Champlain if you'll be doing the Father's Day fishing derby. I think the forecast looking pretty good. Southeast wind 5 to 10 knots. Wave heights on the Broad Lake 1 foot or less. How about that? Futurecast matches everything I just said. You can see not much happening, a couple passing clouds, a good Father's Day overall. As we get into tomorrow morning, this is where the forecast starts to get a little bit hairy. A mix of sun and clouds, maybe an early shower or thunderstorm in northern New York. But it's the afternoon where we have to start paying attention because this is when storms begin to form. You can see this line starting to take shape in northern New York about 1 o'clock or so. It makes it to the Champlain Valley a little bit later. We'll call it about 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And this thing just keeps sweeping to the east. This is 5 o'clock going through St. Johnsbury, Lebanon, and Rutland. Good news is that this whole thing is out of here as we go into the overnight and early Tuesday morning, so the forecast quieting down by that point. It's a 2 out of 5 risk from the Storm Prediction Center, so a little bit more uncommon, the risk a little higher than the past couple of days, so we'll carry the chance for all potential hazards. That is damaging wind and hail in the strongest storms and a very low risk, but non-zero, for a weak tornado. So we'll be here all day tomorrow watching that for you. That's why I've made it an impact day with temperatures near 90 and the rising humidity. Doesn't last though. We're back in the 70s on Tuesday, and we kind of stay there going into the low 80s by the end of the week, but unsettled by next weekend.